So this should be... I think this... Okay, so that might... Okay, hello, Sebastian. We're currently using this whaleback right now. I'm trying to get the music to decide to work. Okay, so we might not have music in today's stream, but that's fine. This is built by Alan. Let's see if that's what we... There is a possibility. There is a telegraph in the engine room. And that possibility is... There we go. Yeah, we gotta do that. Alright. We got a hospital. Some beautiful tiles. Very interesting engine design. I don't know if this has a sinking though. Oh, we got a little winch room. A little mini steam engine. This is the cargo hold, which we are definitely going to seal properly. Oh, okay. Totally not just gonna... But all of these... we'll just leave that open. Totally not how you're supposed to keep a ship from sinking. Also, we have a lifeboat. So that's pretty cool. Where's this go? Ladder. That's a ladder away. I think this is the funnel. No, this is just a support beam, I'm pretty sure. Yes. I don't think we're supposed to see that. Also, we're right by the mainland, so I don't know if the waves are going to be as effective. But we'll find out. Oh, they're definitely going to be as effective as we need them to be. This is... I don't actually... we are definitely taking on some water right there. So lifeboats are probably not going to be useful. There is a, well, I'm going to see if I can complete this mega project I'm spending a little time building. These lights are these... Oh no. Okay, so lights aren't going to lag. I think, yeah, those are the lights for the cargo hold, maybe? I'm not too sure. Okay. Got Marconi. Marconi room. It's pretty cool. Engineer. Officers. This is definitely not the best situation to be in for a storm. It is very, very narrow and very long. I do not think we can hit it with tsunami and it will be fine. Are we even taking on any water? It doesn't seem like we're taking on a lot of water, if any. This is not what we want to be doing. Yeah, we'll just keep this open. Keep this open. Okay. Oh, hey, there's water in here now. Oh my. Do you see that? I, it's a, I just saw the entire stern get dunked under for a little while there. Yeah, basically. Yeah, it is a clipping simulator, and it is holding pretty well. It's holding on pretty well. There's a lot of water in there. Um, I'm pretty sure the Clifton got hit by a rogue wave, so that's, that's great. My outdated ship design gets hit by a rogue wave. Plus the added boom for the that definitely didn't go well. Okay, so we have the captain's room. Oh, and the captain gets his own little area. I was thinking the captain's area was in the officers' quarters forward. We have a little map. I can't read that. Is that the Stormworks Island? If that is, that's pretty cool. We have painting of a ship. We have a bed. We have a beautiful chair. And some drawers. I would not want to be using this lifeboat right now. Huh. I thought this was going to be a bathroom for a second because of the dials. What we got here? Got a little dining area. There is a galley right here. We have a stove, table. I think this is supposed to be bread. Maybe. No, I said I was gonna. I don't know if I said, but I said if it wasn't sinking, I was gonna hit it with a tsunami, and I don't think I'm gonna do that. Mainly because I don't think it needs tsunami when this is what we're going through. Do I need to open the other hatches? There's definitely a sinking here somewhere. Gotta go find the sinking. Well, I probably don't have to go find it. It's probably in the captain's cabin. Oh, okay. That just happened. Sinking. Hmm. Oh my. Okay, so I don't think it's in the captain's cabin. Is it hidden? No. It might be in the bridge, actually. What's in here? Oh, this is just a way to access the bridge. Oh my. Did we just see that? Oh, there is no way we need to use the sinking. Yeah, I was gonna go look for the sinking, but I don't think we need the sinking right now because oh my, that is there's a lot of water in there. Did you say this is more of a well, it was sinking slowly, but it's not sinking slowly anymore. We could definitely beach the ship, though. I keep saying that. Every time I've recorded a video for the past, like, few recordings, I've just been like, we can definitely beach the ship. And as soon as I say it, the ship just takes a nosedive. And I said that for the, Carla. I said that, oh yeah, we can definitely beach the ship because we were right by the volcanic islands. It just took a nosedive as soon as I said that. And then before the SS Nar, I also was like, oh, we can definitely beach the ship because, you know, because I was really close to land on that spawn, like in front of the oil rig. There was like an island, and I could have easily like beached the ship. As soon as I say, "Oh yeah, let me just beach the ship," just immediately sinks. I feel like the engine room is the only thing keeping us from flooding right now. That is definitely the sinking. Let's see. I'm gonna slow down the vessel. Just because I don't want to hit the island by accident. Let's go half. Come on. Okay, I think I... Okay, now I'm kind of confused, because I... Oh, okay, I kind of just double no-clipped right there. Now let's go half. That is not a good sight. Oh, yeah, let's just, I guess we can probably handle... maybe we can handle hitting the waves from our broadside. Maybe not with what's going on right now. The ship is refusing to turn. I'm trying my hardest to turn the ship, and it's not. Maybe it's because there's too much water in the bow. Maybe it's because the rudder doesn't seem to be actually in the water a lot. Okay, so... Okay, we might as well just stop the vessel. I don't actually know what sinking is, so... It's probably right around here. Rocket fuel... Okay, if I was a sink, where would I be? That's the lifeboat controls. They're probably in here somewhere. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they were. Not in the propeller shaft. Not there. Okay, I don't know where the sink is. Okay, well. Oh, and water's actually leaving the vessel now. Fighting the vessel just to... Oh, okay, that's real fun. Okay. Yeah. There has to be like an autopilot, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. It's... I guess we'll just say the ship survived. Wait a minute, there's actually a natural tsunami happening, so... I guess we'll let that hit the ship. See what happens. A lot of water just entered a few other hatches. With these waves, it's gonna crash over multiple hatches. This might actually end up sinking because I think the ship's becoming low enough that it's allowing the other hatches to get hit by waves, and that's causing something to happen. There's a little water in there. There's a little water in there, and there's a tiny bit water in there. I mean, I thought there was a tsunami, but oh my, oh, okay, oh my, oh my, look at that. Oh, oh no. It's actually doing some weird, oh, um, I'm just gonna get rid of aggressive animals. I don't actually know what's happening to the ship. I think it's, what is this? Oh, there's a spotlight on the funnel. It's just doing whatever this is. I don't know. Oh, it's capsized too. I don't exactly know what is going on, but I think we can safely say the ship has sunk. Okay, let's see what. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna sink. Our next build is also going to be by Alan. This is the SS Harmony. I think it's supposed to be Harmony. This is based off the Hungarian. Although I believe the Hungarian only had one propeller. It was a single screw ship. Okay, so here's our boiler room. Air ram. Just turn all of these on. Oh, there's some water pumps here. Let's turn that on. Turn that on. Probably. Go ahead and do that. Just do that. That's there. I think we got. And here is the engine room. Oh, I think there are. Are these also? These are also boilers. Okay, so we need to start up these two. Firebox door. Do that. This reminds me a lot of the setup of the SS Yorkshire by McSteve, which I believe I've done a video on. And have we got the? Yeah, we got all that. So I think that should be going. Now turn that. Turn that. And do that. Okay, so I think it's going. We have a cargo hold, I'm assuming. Yeah, this is just cargo hold. Here's the bridge. I found the sinking. Oil explosion, bow explosion. Grand staircase. That didn't sound good. Oh. Oh, these are bulkhead doors. We're not going to use those. Oh, hey. The bridge actually has a little bit of a bend to it. That's really cool. Alright, I think it's... Sweet. I think for the first part of the setup, you're supposed to, this is a very interesting... You're supposed to use that one, yeah. This is kind of interesting. You have a little viewing platform of the engine room and passenger compartments, so it's cool. So this is the grand stairwell. We have steerage. We'll just leave these open. Yeah, we're actually not moving. I think we should probably fix that. What's going on? That's not good. Am I missing something? I don't think I am. Okay, this might be an issue. Yeah, I don't actually know what I did. Oh, that is a lot of stuff there. I mean, we're moving. Are we not? Do we not? Am I missing something? Did I not press a valve? I probably didn't press a valve. That's all there. It's there. Okay, that's kind of... yeah, I mean, it should be working. I don't actually know what's, yeah. Yeah, the whale back sinking was... I wasn't expecting it to just go bloop. But it did. It took a deep dive. I'm assuming this is supposed to... Is this cargo hold? Yeah, it's cargo hold. Okay, I guess we're just gonna sink it here. That's a big explosion. That's a really big explosion. Here's the grand stairwell. This is steerage, for sure. Yes, a little area between steerage. I don't know what a cabin looks like. Locked. We have a purser's office, I'm assuming. We are really sinking. Open all of these doors. Yes, these are more, probably crew. Oh, hey, there's a... Oh, these aren't sealed. That's fine. Just as well. Are there 2 levels of doors? So I feel like I opened the Oh no, there's just another set of doors in the saloon class. open that. That's a lot of water. That's not sealed at all, is it? I doubt it is, so that's probably going to start. Yeah. Okay, so it's really going to start sinking. This is probably the emergency steering. Yes, it is. Oh, it actually does move. That's really cool. Okay, let's just jump overboard. There goes the Harmony. Now, are we thinking about the... I think it's probably time to start building. Just gonna wait till this sinks, because you gotta wait till the entire ship sinks. That was a boiler. Oh, that was another boiler. That was probably the second boilers. Yeah. So that's definitely gone. But yeah, I guess I'll show you the gigantic build I've been working on. Well, I've worked on a lot of builds. Um, we have this. Um, yeah. Um, don't ask why this is a thing. But it has paddle wheel propulsion, so it's pretty good. Paddle wheel is good? No, not at all. I could probably... I can probably get rid of those. I could have probably gotten rid of those. Here's our main hall. I don't know if I'll keep working on this. This is just kind of a weird little build. It's kind of a warm up for this build, which is really, really, really laggy. Give it a second. There we go. We have the Armis Silvic. This is a gigantic ocean liner with no interior. Actually, well, there is interior on the superstructure. I don't think I'm going to put interior here because I'm trying to get the sink to work, but the sinking is being a hassle, and it's refusing to sink after a certain point. Novgorod ironclad with a paddle steamer? No, we are not okay. I think it's far from it. I mean, I think that's obvious by the fact of the superliner. It's not as bad as the other superliner I tried building. It is kind of tall. It kind of reminds me of the Tiny Sailor's World Black Titan, or it's now called the Gigantic. But I remember when it was called the Black Titan. Here's the sinking. And I wanted the sinking to not be an explosive one, so I decided to add a bunch of doors to it. But it's not really... It's not really... Like, after a certain point, it just kind of stops. I don't know if it's because I'm doing the gas relief. I think that may be the issue on why it's not, like, flooding after a while. I don't know if I need to, like, actively... I mean, there's a hatch here that leads to, so that should allow gas to escape. Also, I don't know how to, make it so that... Because after, like, a certain, after a certain amount of, like, building, sometimes it just fails to load in certain properties of, ships. So I don't know how I can maybe do that without making it two separate builds. I think we're gonna continue building this today. I love how it's got some of that Lusitania style superstructure. Like here's the main grand stairwell. It's not complete. It's I decided not to use the actual stairs because the stairs in this game they're okay, but they're only really good for like outside stairs. Here's this. I have no idea what I might make this like maybe a smoking room. Go back here. Don't know. Here's the skylight. I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I'll keep this. Got some more open areas. And here's another stairwell that leads down a deck. And here is where the cabins are going to be at. Which are locked. Because I'm not modeling cabins. I can barely model... I can barely model, like, 2 cabins. So, just assume that all of them are locked. So I don't think we're sinking. No, we're not at all. So maybe today's video premises, we're gonna try to fix this. That's a really long transport thing. Oh, there we go. Don't look at it. It's not even that bad. It's the paddle wheel Novgorod ironclad steamship. It's just a figment of your imagination. Uh, Subloading as a vehicle only an add-on. Okay, so we might have to do that. Okay, so we gotta fix the sinking because it's not actually sinking. Hold on. Google to the rescue. Whenever you're stuck, just ask Google. Gas relief valve, connect the fluid port, fluid. I, fluid exhaust. Oh. You know, it might be because I don't have that on these, because this is currently what I'm... So fluid exhaust, gas relief valve. Place a gas relief valve. Fluid port. In the exterior. I've never seen... I don't see arrows on this. I don't know what it... Every time it talks about how, like arrows or something, and I've never seen arrows. I don't know what it's talking about. So... Am I missing something? I think that might work. I'm just gonna leave that because that looks the most aesthetically decent. Maybe what I need to do is have the air filter like this. Okay. What else can I do? Air vent top. Okay, so what we might need to do. There's a hydrogen fuel cell, but I don't think you can actually use it. Yeah, it requires the space DLC. That's fun. Desalinator. Air ram. Let's use the air ram instead. Um, okay, so that's that. That might work. And do I want to keep this? I think it kind of looks weird. Let's actually just... Oh. Yeah, just gotta wait a little bit. Because, I guess we can make a vaulted ceiling. Because why not? We have this, like, area. This would have been nicer with that. Okay, so we're gonna... I think these are... It's called vaulted ceiling. Just do this. Because I'd like it so that, so that the ship looks acceptable because... There we go. Okay, so that makes it look like there's a lot more room to it. Yeah, that works. Um, Maybe I had to make the sink an explosive sink, which I don't really want to do. I feel like that's kind of an overused sink. It's just like explosion. Boom. Should I add a well deck? I don't think a well deck is necessary. What else could I add to it? So this is probably gonna be the like just a lounge. There we go. That makes it look a lot higher than it actually is. We also want I think we'll give it some power. Give it some fuel. Let's give it some columns because why not? Um, so let's just give it some columns. And what should this area be? I can probably make this just like a dining area. I could probably make a cafe right in the back. Put a little cafe right there. Um, what else can I put? Right here, I'll just have it be I'll have it be the stairwell. Okay, maybe a. You know, I feel like it would be easier if I wanted to make like like music from a whistle than do whatever this is. Because maybe if we do something. Does this look better? That looks so much better. Let's. That sounds terribly painful to do. Make an actual like a tune from like whistles. Um, Maybe we'll call this the Athena Lounge. I'm tempted to make these are like giant areas. So what if we just here's the boarding area. Which I think that's probably the lowest. I'm going to make the ship. Well, I'm gonna put the that's the lowest like the interior is gonna go maybe. Because I don't know, I might actually add a boiler. Just call it a day. Be like one boiler. Um I could probably add I don't know if this will work, but I can probably add just like a place for a place for the I feel like this has worked before in one of my previous builds, where to allow, like, I could just put, like, door frames that allow the engine to work. And it's hidden. All in, oh, there it goes, doing a little autosave. You can tell because it takes a good little bit to, save, so that's pretty... Okay, so do I just want to put, like, and put this, like, right here? Don't, don't matter, it doesn't matter that the fact that, they're actually very off. They consistently get worse and worse. Did not even attempt to be, like, decently aligned. It's terrible. Uh, so we want to do this, this. This will also, I guess, allow water to enter the hull a little bit more as it sinks. I think that's how this works. It's been a while. Yeah, I think that was a No, it wasn't Sebastian. No, it was Matty Daniels. I think that I always mess his name up. Matthew Daniels 42 or something. I think he did that. I remember. I don't know how he did that. Why you would ever put yourself through the torture of doing that. Let me just make a working pipe organ. Um, let's see what else is there to talk about. It's been a little quiet this stream, I've noticed. I've been thinking about making a little skit video about just like doing a little Stormworks skit talking about some. Oh, I ran out of content. No, I must go to clickbait. The Stormworks conundrum. Let's see if this works now. Let's just make sure you can't see it, because that would be really embarrassing. Okay. Oh, man, that's... Yeah, that seems about... I think there's enough ventilation. I think there's something else wrong with it. Is that... Should I... Because I wanted it to list over a tiny bit. Should I, Should I maybe change that? Maybe I should change that. I don't know, how else could I make it so that it actually sinks? Uh, you, you know, I could do that. I can, um, I will actually do that for you guys right now because I'm getting a little mad at this right now. I will make you guys a generic steam engine that you can use in your builds. Just give me. Now the thing is, when you're making a steam engine, it doesn't have to look pretty. It doesn't even have to work. You can just be like, oh yeah, just... Okay, so when you're making a steam engine, okay, we're just gonna we're just gonna go use that. Just make a little base plate. Now, if it was accurate, I would have made this all out of weight blocks. Because I'm pretty sure the area where the boiler and engine room would be, I'm pretty sure it would have like a different type of thing. At least I know that they had that on like paddle steamers. Uh, let's just go with the medium engine. That's actually just... Now, it depends. Do we want a raised engine, or we just want to go with the stereotypical? I think we'll just go with this. Sometimes I see this build type used, where it's like a raised platform on the engine. Just do that. Then we want to go here. Just mess that up. Just do that. So now, at least this is when I make my steam engines, this is how I make them. Do that. Okay, so what you want to do now is you want to make some little these. Actually, no, what you want to do is this. At least this is how I do it. I use light. You want to use the indicator light. And you just want to put that. Just make, because it looks like bolts attached to the engine. So we want to... I'm actually going to kind of just get rid of the base. Now, if you just, like... If you make the engine... Like... flywheel... If you make the engine so that it's not on, like, this like, you know, raised base, and you need it to connect to the propeller shaft, what I like to do is I like to just, like, this, do this, you know, you can tweak it a little bit. I just messed that up. You just gotta make sure you give it some room, because let's do that. Let's do that. Actually, we could probably use the this. I guess we might as well just enlarge the base itself. You know, I could have just used the smaller flywheel. So I probably didn't have to do all that. You know, we could probably hide power source blocks. You want to make it so that it's hidden, because otherwise it's, yeah, you probably looks kind of odd when you just use the power source block. I'm actually not going to encapsulate that, just because since the this is right there, Um, here's that. Um, Modular. And we can just use, actually, let's just use this. That won't be throttle. Then we go here. I think I'm decent at doing this machinery stuff. I feel like that was like one of the big things that I struggled with when I was like an early builder. It was just like making like a decent looking engine. And it was, not just like, oh, here's the steam piston, but it actually doesn't have anything else because we didn't finish it. Just gotta mess with that. Um, Steam engine. Build. Okay. Okay. All right, here it is. I'm gonna paint it, of course. That's not what I meant. Didn't want that. See if it works. Huh. Oh, it does work. Huh. That looks kind of odd. It's just kind of phasing through that. I might have to fix that. I guess if you, want to make it look better, maybe you can like hide a larger motor. I might have to fix that. That looks really odd. It's just phasing through the ground. Just do something like that. So the engine doesn't look like it's just... doesn't look like it's poking through the ground. How else could I... Sterns are such a pain. I'm decent when it comes to, like, if it's like a single like screw ship, I can easily do stern because it's just like do the one by one thing, and you just make it so that instead of it having like a few blocks at the very end, it's just one block, and you can like combine it. Like, hold on. Let's see what's a good example. These are all unfinished builds, so that's probably not the best example. Um, okay, there's got to be something. So what I've learned is if you're building something with more than one screw, you want to put like this little like flat area to put the screw on, just so it, because if you do it like this and you use like a pyramid block, it just kind of looks odd because you can't actively fill in like the pyramid spaces that aren't there. Also, unfinished cargo ship. I don't. Okay, so we are just going to Also, just to like give it just a little bit of detail. Now you probably want let's just give it a little more detail by giving it just stuff around the base. Just do that. Okay, so that's that. And now it's time for the painting. If I haven't said it before, you can use this in your builds. If you want to use this in a build of yours, and you can't make the engine, here it is. Just use this. And of course, since we are very, very lazy on this channel, we are just going to use the same colors for the build, because why not? And it's not like, just do that. Just gonna, don't worry, we will paint the, like, we will use different, paints, but for this base, I'm just gonna, well, for this part, I'm just gonna make it this. I think we can probably just use this. Um, Also, I guess if you want to paint this like a different paint scheme, you can do that as well. Just, you know. We can use let's just use a light gray for this. I don't think you can paint the yeah, you can't paint those. Okay. We're just gonna just use that. We can actually probably get away with. Okay, which one of these was the one I was using? I think, yeah, it was this one. We're gonna paint like this part. This. Um. Okay, so that's that. And I think for this, I'm just gonna. I don't think that's like too gray. It's not really like. So that's that. Okay, so I guess the next question is, what should I make the thumbnail of this creation? A. Our options are A, clickbait, B, clickbait, or C, clickbait. Let's just. Oh, this is let's not use that. Well, I guess we can just use this. That's fine. Just use that. And there we go. We have an engine. Um, but it is kind of it's kind of embarrassing that I don't really have that many finished projects, considering my hours in this game. Oh no, how did I miss that? Oh no. I don't know. Oh, I also missed that too. That's a good thing I thought to check that. That would be really embarrassing if hmm, you only realize until you check the Steam page. I probably don't. Um. Okay, here we go. Um. Now I'm not really good at making Steam engines with like actual like other moving like pivots and like pistons and like suspension moving parts. That is painful. That is probably the most painful thing you can do in this game. But yeah, here's our thing. I guess take a little screenshot. I'll just pose for it. Um, I don't really. Okay, so that's that. Just do that. Picture that. You gotta at least give them. You gotta give people like a few pictures. And then we gotta give that. And there we go. Okay, this is ready to go out to the workshop. Um, so Sebastian, if you ever need a steam engine, you have that now. Upload new vehicle. Um, oh, let's call it that. Um, triple expansion, steam engine. What would this be? C. Uh, I guess exploration, mechanical, creative. Uh, stationary probably. Let's go to the thumbnail maker I use. Screenshots. Image size 512 by 512. Oh, that kind of ruins that. Steam engine. And then we're gonna just do this. I think we're going to use the which font? Which font? I don't want to use Borin head. I don't. That's a good thumbnail, but not a good I think I like that. Let's choose the red. I always make my thumbnails and stuff red because it's like the overall like probably one of the better like colors to make like the lettering because you can see it through most things. Okay, and then we want to save this Steam engine. We might as well just put a date. Uh, random date, random date. Um, 1894. You always got to put the random date so that it looks fancy. I don't even think. I think the triple expansion Steam engine was around in 1894. Oh, save. We need it to be a PNG save as. Okay, there's that. It took me so long to figure out how to make like how to get my thumbnails for these. It's actually kind of like a little embarrassing how long it took me just to figure out how to do that. Thumbnail, that should be good. Steam Engine 1894. Expansion Steam. Upload. There we go. Free haul, it's a whaleback. Okay, so then we want to go here, put the little screenshots, your items, posted. Whenever you're making like a build, you got to put more than one photo because if you only have the like the screenshot photo, I think it like kind of like makes people kind of like more hesitant to download it because it kind of seems like hmm, there's not really a lot to this. Okay, just give it like 5 years to I could probably improve this design, but this is just like the basic one that I use whenever. This is the most finished project I've done in like a month. The little like that's kind of funny. Um, engine. There we go. Got the do the bare minimum description because that's what we do on this channel. Okay, so now I kind of want to use a okay, also if you're building a paddle wheel, here's the engine design I use. I just flip it upside down and connect it to some fuel, some solid rocket fuel, so that it looks like it's connecting to the paddle wheel shaft. Also, here's the boiler design. I think we can build a boiler in today's episode too. Don't you think? I think we can build a boiler too. Now, when you're building a boiler, it kind of depends on like what type of ship you're building. If you're building like a giant, like a really giant ship, you want to go for like more of the design that I just had up there, right? Where it's just kind of like, it looks like that. But if you're building a small ship, which I'm gonna build a small ship boiler, you just kind of want it to kind of look like a boiler, but not too much, not too much. Um, so we want to do this. just do that. That. Yeah, we can probably get away with doing that. This is already 10 times. You know what? I think what we could do is I could make like a boiler like example pack for you for anyone who wants it. Because I know for a fact most people when they're building the ship, I build my boilers, my boiler and engine rooms after I build my ship. It's kind of an afterthought. I probably should stop doing that because it kind of ends up with it being like, "Oh, hey, um that's that's great." I just kind of It's just kind of like an afterthought, and it just kind of doesn't go well. So I'm just gonna. I think we'll also do the locomotive engine boiler that I do. I love the locomotive engine boiler because it's so goofy. It's just like anytime I can have a slightly Franklin Expedition-esque build, you have to take that opportunity, which is such a hassle to build because it's literally just like a boiler attached to a So it's a steam engine. The Croydon and the Archimedes is the name of the two steam engines that powered Terra and Erebus, and a it's a train engine hitched up to like a propeller shaft, and that's what turns the ship. And it's so goofy. Um, the worst part is in 1845 they still had, you know, steam like marine boilers existed. So I think they I think that was John Ross who suggested that. Yeah, that was probably John Ross. So John Ross could have, figured out that, hey, wait a minute, we have marine boilers. I don't need to go to the local railway and just acquire one of their engines. Okay, so here's that. As you can see, it's only has one firebox. It's cool. Do we want to put some dials on it? I'm like having a stroke having to spell dial. Yeah, we're not getting there anytime soon. So just um okay. Um so we want to just do this. I think we can probably go without that. You always want to have a little thing that shows temperature. I don't know if I'll put the what I use to have my boilers startup system. Uh Boiler X. Close enough. Okay, so this is gonna be the boiler example. I'm just gonna do this. Okay, so our next boiler. Okay, so I'm actually gonna make a ton of boilers just because I kind of feel bad not making a ton of boilers because I know for a fact, as I said earlier, when you're building a boiler, it really depends on the size of your ship. So I think we're gonna have a little tiny version of that boiler. Um, do that. Now we can probably continue using that. So here's a tinier boiler example. Okay, that's going to be uneven if we do it like that, so I'm just going to put it like that. For this build, do you want me to just leave them, like, blank, so that, you know, if you want to, you can, like, paint them your own style? I might do that. I might just leave them blank, because I know some people like to, you know, add their own style to other people's builds. And, okay, so this one's going to be a little different. This is Erebus moment right here. So we're gonna give it a raised platform because I believe the actual Terran Erebus, the platform for the thing was actually raised. So we want to do this. I actually think we can get away with this. Now this is not a one-to-one, you know, accurate version of the Crichton. This, which I could probably do because I believe there are photos of the wreckage of Terran Erebus, so I can probably build like a one-to-one accurate version of that steam engine. It's really odd though. It's unnecessary. How did we mess up that badly? Oh my. I actually might extend. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna leave these unpainted just because. Sweet. Also because I'm kind of lazy. Okay, so do that. I don't think this is accurate, but I just add these because I like the way it gives just a tiny bit more detail to the boiler. Actually, what we want is the sonar. Well, the large. This actually might fit. No, not at all. All right, how about we just add like the whistle and all that to it? I think I made a smaller version before, but let's fuel. Good. We're missing one. At least these are the designs I've used in the past. If you're going for a more experimental design, use this one. Actually, wait a minute. Just while we're at it, because I've just realized I haven't given them any. Actually, I use doors when we're doing stairs because doors are slightly, you know, they look slightly better sometimes. Okay, so here's that. Am I missing anything? I'm missing the dials. I didn't add the dials to it. There's a compass. Also for the smaller builds, just put the dial right here, so it's like it doesn't look odd. Temperature, and then for this, because it's already a, yeah, might as well just add the dial. I like adding the the valves to it. I think it's really cool. I really like adding because it makes it seem like, there's pressure there's like whatever makes the dial go is just like actually there. Um, okay, what else can we add? Are we missing anything? I can probably make a smaller version of this. But I think it's fine. What else? What else? What else? I know I've used a lot of different boiler designs past. Okay, I guess we can. I think that's good. Load new vehicle. C. Um, mechanical, creative. Boilers. I did not want that actually. It's kind of. I'm not gonna paint these. Um, let's just go here. Also, if you're wanting to connect your boilers to the engine, just use the modular, those like the modular pipes, and just use those. Just connect it through the wall. It looks fine. Um, here's our. Okay, so now we can. Actually, we might as well just get the because normally I'm not gonna paint them because it's just gray. I'm not even joking. It's like just gray. So all right. I think we can go to Spoilers. We're gonna use the same font. Actually, That's a good font, but I think we're gonna, since we are, you know, since we're doing engine components, uh, let's just put 1845. 1845. Okay. 1913. Okay. Save. Okay, there we go. That's, yeah, boiler's done. The screenshot for that's done. Okay, I thought it was no clipping, but nope. Boiler. Creative, mechanical. Let's see. I didn't. Would you guys be interested in I just messed that up. No, I didn't. Um, Boilers pack, upload. There we go, and now we got some more stuff. So I guess if you want to use any of those designs, you can as well. Just credit. Would you guys be interested in Minecraft horror mods? That might be a future video. We are. It's all gonna be just like um. Okay, that's actually probably gonna be a little harder because I have to find mods that are scary, but also not kind of just like goofy, like the PNG stuff, no Verity. I don't understand why Komodo Gaming did a Brick Rigs Verity mod video when the literal Verity mod, like, there is one you can use on CurseForge, so it's kind of confusing. Um, I kind of thought that was weird. Where's um uh all right. Um so That's out of the way. Okay, so now we can. You want to see a really painful boiler? Let me just show you the HMS Northwest Passage. Um, I might actually attempt to finish this one day. I really like this. Beautiful HMS Terror. Here is the engine I've built for it. It's best not to ask. Um, I don't know. I tried doing like a side lever steam engine, but it's not fun. Um, there's the sinking right there. It just kind of lets in water from the stern. I gotta build like an accurate HMS Terror or Erebus one of these days. Franklin Expedition does not get talked about enough in the Stormworks builds. And here it is. Don't ask how it works. I'm not too sure. Um, Wonderland.jar scared the hell out of me. I was, dude, that scared me so bad. The worst part is like you gotta pretend you don't know what's going on, because I pretended to like not know at like all of the stuff. I knew all of that, right? But if you just like act like you know, oh yeah, this is just a scary mod. I think it makes people think that you're like, it's just like not as good. I know I had to act, dude. The worst part is like, I was stuck in that one diamond dimension. Yeah, 2DM reference. No, it's Diamond Minecart. Maybe Diamond Dimension. Hold on. I was stuck in that one Diamond Dimension for like a good 30 minutes. 30 minutes. And I was like, ah, ah. That's how I was feeling the entire time, just because it was walking, and it was walking, and it was walking, and it's like, that's not entertaining. Walking around an endless maze of diamonds is not fun. Like, at all. And like every once in a while, you'd actually see something. You'd see there was like this player, this like username player, and that was the most eventful thing. Um, but if I do a Minecraft like horror thing, I'm gonna have to live stream it because they take so long. Like they take a really long time. Like because see the thing is, if I can probably clip the live stream into a video, really, and I feel like that would be easier. Other than So what my normal strategy is, I record for 10 minutes at a time. Then I see if anything good happens. And if it does, if anything interesting happens, I keep, that 10 minutes. And I'd go from a 2-hour video to a 40-minute video. And so on. I would just like to take a break from Stormworks once in a while. Because however much I love this game, sometimes things about it can get very annoying to the point of which I don't want to play it. Also, I would like to be able to just like branch out a tiny bit. Yeah, I feel like Wonderland Dodge R with the Minecraft backrooms. Oh man, I can't wait to just play Walking Simulator, except it's a little bit uneasy because, you know, you're stuck in a giant diamond dimension. That cobblestone one, that was scary. The one with all the giant cobblestone walls. And then you see like the tall dude with the eyes. That was uncomfortable for me. Um, it's an issue if I don't like when horror mods take 40 minutes, like, and then, what? So that's 2 Minecraft days. I don't like when the Minecraft mod takes 2 Minecraft days to get going, and then once it starts gets going, it's just like, oh, wow, I saw a PNG appear. Oh my god, it's Verity. Oh man, that has got to be the if I ever make a video on Verity, it's going to be me breaking Verity, like, so badly. I was messing around with, I think I broke Verity already, because I was just kind of messing around with the mod. It gave up. It's just like API connection failed or something like that. I think by asking it for 5 stacks of hay bales and 5 stacks of birch wood to build a beautiful house, I think I broke Verity doing that. So that's funny. Um, I would like to do a cave noise.jar again, but the worst part is I can't ever find a good cave. Like, whenever I'm trying to do cave noise.jar, I can't find a good cave. It's all just like, oh, tiny little cave. Oh, giant cave. Like, I need like a humongous cave for cave noise.jar to be like interesting. Because if I'm spending, I don't know what, 12 to 15 minutes, maybe 20, maybe 30, depending on like if I decide to show like me getting stuff, like preparing to go into the cave. If I spend I need the cave to be giant so that I can actively explore and I don't have to strip mine. Or the one that screams Sarah. Now that most of these mods would probably scare me. You'd hear more screaming. That's fun. Um, I think there's only been a one Minecraft mod that's actively made me scream, and that was oh, which one was that? I think that was the knocker. I don't know why, but he just showed up like in my base. I was like, no, no, I was building, and I did my 3 by 3 my house, the classic dweller plains house that we always that I always use because why not? And he showed up in the house actively as I was like doing something right behind me, and it scared me so bad. I was like, no. That was funny. Gave me a mini heart attack, but yes, I have. 55 burgers, 55 fries, 100 sodas. But burger? The classic response to that is just to start screaming. Oh my god, he said the thing, he said Evan Burger. That's the strategy right there. I was gonna make like a stalking NPC mod in this game because Lua. But Lua is such a pain, and I'm low-key not trying to do all that. Lua was not that. I got it to say hello, and I was like, okay. I just spent 2 days trying to get the game to say hello to me. I'm not continuing this. Oh, I don't know, but it seems like every time I try to do like anything that's not like Stormworks sinking ship, just like no views whatsoever. Not even the ghost ship pulls in that many views. Whenever I do a ghost ship video, it normally sets at like maybe like 50 to 100 views. It depends. It's always like slightly worse than every other. Um, it's always slightly worse than every other video I post, which is kind of sad. I love the ghost ship videos. They're always so fun. The most editing I like them because I actually have to edit them like a decent bit. Like I have to add the sound effects. I have to add, the creepy ghost whisper. I have to, combine a bunch of clips that um I remember a time when it's like really early Silverline, or like Silver Starline was still my username, and I made a ghost ship video, and it was bad. Oh, lag. It was so bad. It was I'm not even joking. The entire thing was just like, just pretend you heard a ghost noise. I know there actually wasn't a ghost noise, but just pretend. Just, pre just pretend there was a ghost noise or something. Oh man, I think that's still up. It I don't know if it might be still up. I deleted so many videos. I deleted a good few videos from my channel. And by good few, I mean like 400. We went from like, I want to say at one point, I think it was like maybe 200 videos, and I got it down to like 60. I was like, was this a good video? No. Was this a good video? No. Was this worth anyone's time? No. So I just deleted a bunch of them. And little did I know, deleting live streams gets rid of your watch hours. So that may have been a bad idea. Yeah. That would have been nice to know a little while ago. But it's fine because, I'll inevitably get those watch hours back because I need those watch hours. I need to start sponsoring goofy companies. No, I think you get memberships first. Then comes the question of memberships. Reasonable price. Uh, I think when I do inevitably get memberships, I'm gonna do it at like the lowest price I can. Like I feel like for the tiers, maybe like the top tier is gonna be like $5, but like the low tier, I'll probably make it like $1. I'll make like, I think there are tiers to it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are tiers to it. I'll make those I'll make those tiers like one's gonna be $1, one might be $5. It's gotta be something like a decent, and not just be like, what do you think a reasonable price for the membership is? $500. Or as far as people actually do that. That's gotta be like, I don't know, that just feels so like unnecessary. Like just be like, you know, what price should I put my membership at? Should I put it at a reasonable price? Or should I B, put it at the most expensive price possible to try to gouge as much money out of my fans as possible? This membership for gaming content. Hmm. Maybe I should what's the most reasonable price you think? $500. I feel like someone did that. That was like a big controversy. Some kids content made like he made his like Patreon like $500 plus, and it was just like, for $500 you get a shout out. Man, that's terrible. Did you know originally the Silver Liner was going to be a commentary YouTube channel? That could have been fun. Commentary YouTube is fun. Sometimes it's not. Um, wait, is this not connected? It hasn't been connected the entire time. Every time I've been using the rudder, it's just not turning with it. That's funny. Um, yeah, the silver liner was gonna be it was supposed to be multiple things before I decided to settle on Stormworks. It was gonna maybe I was gonna be I wanted to be a commentary channel because commentary is so fun. I get to see so much fun things. But it's also kind of like you gotta like really grind for the commentary. You also gotta grind for YouTube. If you do niche stuff, if you do like Stormers content, you gotta grind for it because Stormworks is pretty niche. It's not that niche. It's niche enough to where like it's not like mainstream, but it's there's like an active fan base of people who watch Stormworks related content, which um um but I'm also kind of it's kind of weird because it seems like there's just like a gap in Stormworks YouTubers. Um, Also, excuse me. Uh, it seems like there's a gap in Stormworks YouTubers because like there's Komodo Gaming in all of them, which big inspiration for this channel. Like really big, like probably like the top inspiration for like a YouTube content was just like I want to do what Komodo Gaming does, except I actually want to stay in the bridge as it sinks. That was always like my big thing was just like I want to do what the other people on YouTube do Stormworks content, but instead of just like escaping the bridge as it leaves, just stay with the bridge. Go down with the ship. All that. Um oh, there we go. Gotta love the loading. Every time it loads, it just like takes a little while to boot up. That's really funny. Um yeah, but I feel like this is probably like the least niche mechanical building game. Um there was also the I wanted to be just like let's game it out. There was that. I kind of wanted to do that, but to do what he does, you have to like spend hours on a game. I'm not even joking. Like that is like a level of dedication. But I mean, if you're pulling like a few million views a video, it's kind of worth the dedication, right? It's got to be like worth it to do it though. Like I say, I get a decent amount of views of video, so it's like it's worth spending you know anywhere from like 10 to 20 minutes doing a video. I think it's well worth it. But if I'm spending like 7 hours in a game just for like one like 5 second joke, like, hey, look at this. It's like Hydroneer. I I did not like Hydroneer. Hydroneer is I don't know, every gameplay of Hydroneer, it seems so fun, but as soon as you play it, it's just like, oh man, this is too much. It's such a hassle to do anything. You can't see at night, so it's just kind of like I found that I only really play two games, and that's Stormworks and Holdfast. Just kind of an odd combination right there. But there's a noticeable difference in hours when it comes to both those games. So mainly just Stormworks. Um, which I think my hours could probably rival Komodo Gaming. No, not at all. Yeah, that would be fun. I would like to do that. I would like to just like make a contraption that flings the NPCs into space. That's There are two things I want added to this game, and that's more doors and slightly better NPCs. I would like ones that like just murmur, like you know how villagers do that, like they do that noise. I wish that the NPCs just murmured because I feel so like when you're playing this game, it's kind of lonely. I'm not gonna lie. I've it's probably gonna it might actually. It is really okay. So it's about four more blocks. That's fine. I feel like this game has the same issue that Minecraft has, where it's so vast that it's like it's so vast that it's actively just kind of like eerie. Like I really do find this game sometimes it's just kind of like it's kind of just kind of like liminal. Like when I'm scuba diving in this game, I feel really tense for some reason. It's really weird. I don't know. Just like every time I like try to scuba dive, like when I'm doing like a shipwreck exploration video, oh my, that is like I'm like 5 seconds away from like just like having like just like getting really spooked. I don't know. It's really odd. Yeah, that you tell the NPCs to follow you, and they just like go off in the opposite direction. You're like, oh, okay. Well, I was gonna try to get you to a lifeboat, but since you've decided you want to just go that way, um, you know, um, yeah, I love that. I love when I'm trying to evacuate the NPCs in the in a video, and they just like go away. They just like they go the complete opposite way. Sometimes if there's a ladder, they jump down the ladder and get swept away. It's really funny. Um, I had a great conundrum last week. This is kind of what inspired me to have the idea of doing a little skit. I don't know if I'll actually do that, but I had this conundrum of so I was going to do the SS Atlantic, like a video about the SS Atlantic, because there was a nice model built by Alex 1888, maybe it's 1889, and I was just like the entire time I felt bad about doing it because it's like I wasn't adding anything worthwhile to the video. I wasn't, you know, I wasn't adding anything. I was just like, oh, look, cool sinking. Oh man, that's a really cool sinking. Um, I just felt really bad. I felt like really terrible about it. I was like, what am I doing here? I'm I'm basically just like, oh hey, this tragedy where like I think it was around 400 people were lost. Oh yeah, let's just keep oh oh look at that ship. It's leaning over. Ship's leaning over. Oh hey, look at that. The ship's sinking. It's just like and I was like, "Oh, okay. I'm kind of like not really doing anything, it's worth, the video." It's like I just felt like I was kind of just like wasting everyone else's time. I felt like I was okay, I didn't mean to do. I felt like I was just wasting people's time and I felt like, I'm just kind of, I'm trying to gain a little bit of views from a tragedy. Like, I really a really terrible tragedy. I just was like, oh, what am I doing here? Um, yeah, I was just like, oh, that's great. I'm really adding nothing to this video. Like I would have maybe been slightly acceptable if like I was actively like adding like stuff like, hey, the reason that the ship crashed into the rocks off Halifax is because the engineer misjudged the cool on purpose because he thought he was better than the captain. But like that's it's like it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to just like and I was just like, oh wow, this isn't worth. I'm really just kind of trying to get those sweet views from a horrendous tragedy. What am I doing here? I don't know how people do that. It's like the people who do like the sinking ship survivals using like the SS Estonia. I could never do that. I would feel so terrible about doing that because Estonia is like really recent. And then the clickbait video titles too. It's just like the surprised face mixed with the Titanic, or the one where it's like the 5 Nights at Freddy's characters on the Titanic on a lifeboat while the Titanic's in the background. That's like a classic. I've kind of wanted to talk about that. I've wanted to talk about how like the Titanic's just kind of been like super like clickbaited. Like it's just become like super clickbait, like super monetized, like a monetizable tragedy. But I haven't found a way to talk about that in a decent way. That's also why I don't really check out like real ships. I at least try to like if I'm gonna check out a ship, I at least try to make sure that it like it has at least some like differences. Like, maybe like the ship has instead of, having some weird like it has a different hull shape or the bridge structure is different or something. Oh man, Floating Sandbox has smarter NPCs. Yeah, that's kind of bad. I haven't played Floating Sandbox in a while for the same reason. I just kind of like, man. But man, I made bank doing Floating Sandbox. Like when I in the first parts of my channel, like when I like the week after I created my channel, I would just do like Floating Sandbox like destruction compilations. And I got like 600 to 1,000 views per video. It was insane. But then me decided, you know what? It's kind of like not worth what I'm doing. I was just kind of, I still felt bad about it. I was like, I'm still kind of just, making views off tragedy. Um, I've been trying to get this thing to look decent. Um, well, we're gonna get a picture of the Titanic, and we are going to steal the colors of the Titanic. Um, I remember, you remember, Stormworks in Ocean Gate? That was wild. I remember, when the Ocean Gate stuff went down, it was like every other Stormworks YouTuber was making a video using the Ocean Gate sub, and it's like, come on. It was like at a week. It had only been like a week, and like every other video was just, hmm, you know what? Let's use the Ocean Gate sub. I thought that was a little pushing it. I thought that was kind of just like, come on. Then again, I'm not. I mean, it wasn't like it was like people who sometimes do Stormworks who did that, and then some other people who you know also did like Stormworks, like some like big time Stormworks YouTubers did that. Um, 44, 53, 52. 44, 53. Um, I've tried building. Yeah, the only Titanic and all the memeable moments of the Ocean Gate. But it's like, come on, it was too early. I feel like it was too early. Like that wasn't necessary. You didn't need to make a 5 minute video going, oh, in today's episode we will be diving the RMS Lancastia using the Ocean Fate submarine. It's like, what are you doing? I get it, you need that Stormworks bank. Bills aren't gonna pay themselves. But please, please, wait at least like a year. It's so unnecessary. It's just like you don't need to immediately make a video talking about like a disaster. Like I don't touch most disasters, like real disasters, just because like come on. Come on. Fictional boat building and sinking ship game. We do not need to be, you know, doing a like a Titanic thing, which like, oh my God, the Titanic's sinking. Oh my, oh my, oh my. It's like, but like the clickbait face where the person's like, just, the clickbait face. Just do that. The next question is, how far can you milk something before people stop caring? The Titanic scented candle makes its return. That still blows my mind. I don't even think it's a scented candle. I think it's just a Titanic candle. I know I've seen it somewhere. It haunts my dreams. Oh my. Well, I also haven't touched Tiny Sailor's World And Roblox. I haven't touched Roblox for a good while. Um, I keep wanting to do videos. Like I love Guts and Black Powder to an extent that would scare most people. Um, 200 hours. Everything you could ever have in the game, I have. That came at a price. Price of my sanity over my bad teammates. Um, but I don't want to touch Roblox because it's currently doing like the worst possible decisions ever all the time. Yeah, I know there's the Titanic blow up slide. That's I feel like that's I don't know if that no, I feel like the Titanic scented candle still like easily like outpaces just kind of like, come on. Come on. Um, you know, most people that would be like having I'm trying to think of a tragedy won't that isn't too sensitive. Well, it's like sensitive enough that you have. I'm trying to think of like a good example. Maybe the Swall, the MV Swall. Like that's almost like if I made like if you made like a one of those like a slide, but you like slide down the deck of a capsizing ship. And the Titanic pinata. Still, does I don't think anything can really beat the the candle. Man, I really love the smell of freezing people. Um, I feel like that's probably my if I had like any really big issue with Stormworks YouTubers or Stormworks in general. No, I'd just say Stormworks YouTubers because Stormworks in general does kind of it has some issues. They're not that big of a deal though. But I feel like the Stormworks YouTubers in general just kind of they don't really understand that, Titanic, when it sank, it took 1,400 people with it. And so, you know, hey, maybe hold off on making that video about, epic Titanic sinking survival. Um, that 3 AM co-op's called. Maybe hold back on that. I bet if it's like the most controversial take of all time. How did I do that? Um, Also, this was inspired by random stuff uploading as a Great Atlantic. This was also inspired by the Roblox game Shipwrecked, RMS Canopic. But this was because I wanted to build a ship like the Great Atlantic, just because I was like, oh man, they never finished building this. I should I should maybe start a mega project of my own that I will at least I'll try to finish. I'm probably gonna get mad at the sinking and give up because that makes me really mad, and it's unnecessarily a hassle whenever I'm trying to build like a large ocean liner and I need a sinking. Because I don't want it to be, as I said earlier, I don't want it to be an explosive sink. I want it to be just like a classic sinking. Now maybe I need to add more doors, but I made the door larger. I made the doors larger. Um, Maybe I need to add some of the doors higher up so that it syncs properly. I don't know. I'm gonna paint the funnels. It's also, how long has this stream been going on for? I'm gonna say, let's see. It's been going on for a while. 2 hours and 16 minutes. Okay, that's, I'm not gonna be like, no, no, the stream, it's too long, I gotta complain. Um, let's see. Now, if I was planning ahead, I would have painted the funnels as I duplicated them, because these are all duplicated funnels. But we are not. My one hope is that I can make a sinking ship survival with this creation. Maybe I'll turn it into a barge or something. Like, um, if I finish this, I can maybe just like strip down all of the superstructure and turn it into a floating barge, like the story of the Great Atlantic from Random Stuff Uploading's build. Um, I would love to get a Coca-Cola sponsorship. I think that would be the epitome of like sponsorship is just Coca-Cola. Gotta at least make a try for it. Why do I feel like no Stormworks content creators get sponsors though? I feel like because I do watch like Stormworks creators, and I don't think I've ever like seen them like get a sponsor. Is it such a niche community that you don't get sponsors? That could be it. Or those you ever see those people who get like two sponsorships in one video, and then instead of just combining both the sponsorships like together, I don't know, maybe that's like something you're not supposed to do. Like hey, if you have another sponsorship, don't put ours right next to that other sponsorship. But I always don't like those. I don't like when people put two sponsorships in a video and they just like space them out. I think that's kind of annoying. Like if you're gonna put like a sponsorship, I at least want it to be like in the same time frame. 3x3 hog. Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing what you're saying. This is gonna be the Fair lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's gonna be the Fair lines greatest build right here. Um, let's see what else. I don't think I've really seen anyone like milk any other tragedies in the Stormworks fandom. It's mainly just Titanic. That still kind of makes me mad. It's like, come on. It is not that big. It is not that like important. You just or the because I know some creators just put the same thumbnail over every video, and that makes me mad too. Like I get it. It is actually probably the hardest part about making Stormworks content is the fact that there's only so many thumbnails you can do. At least it feels like it feels like there's not that many thumbnails you can do. Okay, so it's this one. Like, how many times is this no? No, the Fairline, this is like luxurious enough for him. Okay, this is going to go two ways. Either A, it's going to paint everything but the funnel, or B, this is I wish that there was a better painting system. I wish that you could just like, I don't know, like selection grid and just select this part and paint it. Because every time I paint, it just ends up like inevitably I'll find like a spot where I ended up painting it and I guess the game decided, oh, well, let's just make every surface that goes that way painted, sand. That's really fun. I really don't like that. Still, I wish for more doors before that gets fixed. I just want a normal wooden door. Because I look at this. I have bulkhead doors, like heavy, iron doors as my entrances for like the first class entryways. I just think that's kind of goofy looking. But then as soon as you did that, like every old build would be outdated. Oh my god, it's gonna. Oh, oh my. This is actually killing my PC. Oh my god. Please. Spare me. Spare me. Guess the better question is, where do I put the Pharaoh portrait? I'll put it right here in the vaulted like saloon. Um. Okay. Yeah. I just wish that I didn't have to go through the whole entire process of. So the only way I can make all these look nice is literally by me going to like images of like ocean liners, taking like the color scheme that's in that image and using it for my videos. And it's such a pain. This is so unnecessary. It is it's actually kind of like painful that I have to do this. Like I just kind of like had to literally they I just wish for like more simple things in this game because as a builder and enjoyer of the game, I would prefer if, you know, I didn't, have to, repaint the interior because when I'm painting this, I guess it decides to I might paint that gray like the I had to find it. That's another thing that makes me mad is every time I try to find like a good deck color, I'm like hit with the worst looking thing ever. They're either all too bright. It's because my thing is like I'm not because you have to have, in my opinion, when you're building a ship, it has to have at least a little bit like look a little dull because it's an ocean liner. Not gonna be like all bright and colorful and all that. I might use some of the interior. Um, oh my, it's so painful. I think that's another big thing that kind of like makes me not want to finish my big creations. Is it's just painting. If you don't get the painting just right, it genuinely looks horrendous. I gotta figure out what to do for Halloween though. Okay, there's two options. Either A, I make a Stormworks creepypasta. B, I make a Stormworks ARG. Or C, I make another Ghost Ship video. I know that the last one was in June. Maybe. I don't remember when the last one. I know it was a decent while ago. Stormworks creepypasta. That would be funny. What would you even do about that? Just make it so that it's I feel like the ARGs has better chances of happening than the Stormworks creepypasta. That sounds so funny. Sounds so goofy. I love the fact that the devs have like holiday updates. Like I love the fact that there's like Halloween decorations during Halloween. I love the Christmas stuff. I just wish that the Nutcracker hat could stay in the game so that I could you know, live my dream of having, you know, a Guts and Black Powder styled character in this game. Don't ask. You can always find a way in making a Stormworks creepypasta. Will it be good? No. Will it be enjoyable? No. Will it make you think, why would anyone ever write this? Yes. Um, I could probably do an ARG. It can't be that hard. Famous last words. It can't be that difficult. Like, I have to paint all these windows. Why'd I add so many windows? The walking tsunami sign. Oh, just put the dancing siren ad. Oh my. That was peak internet. The Oh wow, now it's sinking. It's like a 40-minute video. Oh my, it's like the guys, I drank the Among Us potion at 3 a.m. video. That's peak. That's legit peak. I'm gonna be so mad. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Please. I beg of you, please don't. There we go. The guy was like, I just drank the Among Us potion at 3 a.m. I am making more than your entire family's made in your generations doing these videos, but I'm gonna quit doing them because oh man, that's gonna be like studied. Clickbait Stormworks. Spend the entire video just talking about some. Today, we will be trying the Among Us boat in 3 a.m. at 3 a.m. And then you, that stuff's funny. I think that's a great thing. So I guess our only real way of testing this is via using Mission Editor. Wait a minute, what am I doing? I can just... Watch, it just blows up on the Mission Editor. Come on, you can do it. Gotta give the game a little bit of a, like, be like, come on, game, you can do it. The Fairline's the greatest. Okay, that just looks like the Titanic. I didn't... kind of. It kind of has the funnel type. Maybe if I put, like, a giant... Put the Agartha Pharaoh. Now that would be funny. Stormworks Agartha edit. Classic. Let's see. We need a new Poseidon Adventure, like, style ship. I think that's what we really need. We need a ship that I can, like, escape when it's upside down. I've tried making Poseidon Adventure ships, but it's actually really hard, because see, you had to, like, balance having an unstable ship while having it be able to withstand, basic, weather. Like, if your ship can't, like, stand, like, 20% wind, it kind of just, like, it's kind of, questionable. Drinking the storm expression at 3 a.m. OMG, cops called, gone wrong, ship sinks. That's real. We might have to do an April Fool's video with that. Watch. It gets like 5 million views. It dwarfs everything. Just gotta scream the entire video. You're like, ah, 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 ah. Not even like 5 minutes of just like constantly screaming. Our ship's top heavy now. Put some reverb on it. Put some reverb on this scream so it sounds slightly better, slightly worse actually. Lighting. If you buy the Titanic scented candle, you get haunted. Your house gets haunted for like forever. That's on you. Man, I just bought some really weird thing. I just bought a scented candle from a famous tragedy. Why is my house? Why are ghosts throwing chairs across my house? Why does every ghost keep talking about some I will have my revenge? This is also going to be allowed. Hey, I made a little smiley face. And I didn't do that on purpose. I might keep that. That's kind of neat. Oh my, we are really, really top heavy. Yes, this is purely just the Black Titan. Does anyone know why they changed the name of the Black Titan in Tinyzilla's world to the Gigantic? I feel like that's kind of just like unnecessary. Oh, that's a scenic view right there. There goes the SS Sylvic on its maiden voyage. That's beautiful. That's really a beautiful sight right there. Um, Also, this is the exact length of the Great Atlantic. So, um, that's that's a fun fact. So, oh man, I just fell off. I think I've actually had the greatest idea. Just get like a clickbait Stormworks title and just make the entire thing like the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Just put like that song in it. It's like 25 seconds. That would be interesting. We found the candle being sold on the dark web. Oh, what do they call it? I'm trying to think what those life of luxury type type thing. We bought it. Something evil happened. Honestly, not even that bad of a YouTube channel. Just kind of like I think the thumbnails could be better. If I do the what's that called? I'm trying to think what that mod's called. The one that just screams Sarah. That would probably get to me. That would probably be like the mod that gets to me. I have a heart attack on streams, but oh 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 really? Didn't want me to spawn there. Sarah. Yeah, that would probably drive me insane. 5 minutes of just Northwest Passage. I think that song's already 5 minutes. Peak song, by the way. Anything that mentions the Franklin expedition is immediately peak, but yeah. I feel like I feel like some of their videos were definitely for views, though. Well, you know, every YouTuber has that one video that's just for the views. Like that time I almost decided I was gonna do the Verity mod on stream, but then I was like, no, no, I'm not wasting my time for this. I'm not wasting 30 minutes of my time doing whatever this is. I think it's I Heard It Too. What do we got here? What do we got? Oh, the Titanic wall's looking a little bit empty. You know what that means. The Titanic wall is literally just a wall. I have a shelf, and there's a lot of Titanic stuff. pretty soon there's gonna be a uh, a tile from the '97 movie on there. If I can find a good price on that. We have a golden Titanic model, mini Titanic model, extra mini Titanic model, one of those a motorized Titanic model that doesn't have the motor. Well, the motor is actually like moving around in the model, and it doesn't have a propeller. Also, I think I got it when I was like, I want to say I was 10. I think I accidentally stripped off the thing that made it so it floats, because there was a little line that was like sealing the two parts together so that they wouldn't like get like water in them. And I think I unpeeled that. So now it just immediately capsizes and sinks. So that's fun. There's a unfinished Queen Mary 2 model. There are a lot of models of the Gorge Flock. At least I'm assuming that's what they are. Um, there's a tin Captain Smith figure up there. There's a lot of Titanic books. There's a sealed thing of a model of the Great Eastern. What else we got in there? I got a mini steam engine that, you know, does its thing. Uh, it's pretty cool. I paid a pretty penny for that though. Uh, I have, well, part of the shelf is dedicated to the Terror, because why not? I feel like I'm missing something. Oh yeah, there's also one of those 3D printed Titanic submersible models. That was there's like five. That was the first one though. Not the first, not the like $1,000 one, but the first 3D printed version of that was around. Now there's like five different companies that do that, so yeah. That's pretty cool. So now all I need is like one of those tubs and I can just film the Titanic submersible model. Oh man. That's pretty interesting having, that many stuff. Let's see. I'm kind of curious now. You think I can get that little mini steam engine to explode if I pour cold water on it while it's running? Ooh, the boiler seems thirsty. The entire shelf just turns to a cloud of smoke. That is such an interesting thing. That like in 18 like 40s and 50s, like some random like maybe like junior engineer would be like, the boiler doesn't seem to be running too well. Maybe I should throw some cold water on it. Boom, gone. And it's just like, okay, um, that just happened. That's why there's so many safety regulations. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of safety regulations in Mississippi and all that because of that. Which is, oh man, this looks weird. Sultana moment. Sultana exploded because the boilers were like not well repaired at all. Man, that would suck. You come back from Andersonville, you haven't eaten a proper meal in legit years, and you're sailing home on this boat with, I think it was like 6,000 people. I know it was enough to where it makes you be like, how? But, and then just explode because the owner of the steamboat didn't want to bother repairing the ship. Oh, also, he had a pet alligator. By pet alligator, I mean he captured an alligator, put it in a box, and kept it aboard the ship. Sea turtles, mate. And I'm pretty sure someone used that box to escape the Sultana. Oh, and there it goes. Lagging again. Titanic 2 moment. Oh, that could be something we do in the future. No, no. If I make reviews of like Titanic related stuff, it's going to be on a second channel. Every time I've ever said I'm going to start a second channel, it lasts for like a day, but then I'm like, dang, I actually had to do something. I can't just make YouTube content and all that. I can't just boot up Stormworks and make a video. 15 minutes, I'm like, okay, it's too much work. I quit. Or it's just the thing I'm talking about just isn't that interesting. That's another thing. I don't know how people talk about like some subjects for like hours on end. I would legit have a heart attack if someone did that. Just be like, you know what? I want to talk about an obscure children's TV show for 5 hours, and then make a video talking for 5 hours. I mean, hey, if you're getting like good views on that, I ain't gonna hate, but like I don't know how they do it. You just see that like deep dive, like TV show deep dives, and they're like, it's just like, how? How are you doing this? Um, all right. But yeah. Um, it is currently 12. It's almost 1 o'clock for me. So I think we're gonna wrap it up here. I enjoyed having these enlightful conversations with all of you. I hope you all have a great day, and I should be able to get a video out before the weekends or something like that. Well, the week has already ended, it's Friday, but you know what I mean.